Pick, win, and drive time. Marc Malusis with you. Playoffs are here in the National Football League. Now it's up to you to join the fun. We've been doing this throughout the course of the regular season. Go to nyautogiant.com. Register. It's absolutely free. Going to make a pick against the spread. If Michael's correct with his selection against the spread, you have an opportunity to win a tailgate for you and 10 of your friends. Shot a 2-year lease Hyundai Elantra at the end of the football season, just like Brad Kalmanson did. Advantage Hyundai a week ago because Michael Brown selected the Browns +6 on the road in Baltimore as Week 17 selection, and that was correct. Michael, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
and
Marc.
Congrats on the Week 17 winner.
Thank you.
You got it. And how about that Cleveland-Baltimore game? That was unbelievable.
I think it was the game of the year.
Yeah.
You know, I wish they would have called the timeout right there at the end and regrouped. I think they had a shot to win. It was great. You saw the Pittsburgh Steelers still on the field watching on their big screen.
It was great.
It was as good as it gets in the NFL.
And Mayfield's going to be some player.
Spectacular.
Yeah,
He's such a competitor. He's composed. He's great to watch. It's a lot of fun.
Before we get to your wild card weekend selection, a little bit of news locally. Obviously, Sunday night we find out the Jets part ways.
Monday.
Yeah, it's Black Monday. As Todd Bowles on Sunday night when they get back to Florham Park, he's relieved of his duties as head coach, and the Jets coaching search has now begun.
It's now begun, and boy, are you on the clock because there's 8 jobs, right?
Yes, a lot
so
of jobs.
I would expect to see some quick hires. Obviously, you're hearing names like Mike McCarthy. I think that a lot of teams are going to be interested in him. I think there's a few young guys that they're going to interview. It's going to be interesting because the Jets job, yet it is definitely something that's coveted because you have a quarterback and you have a lot of cap space. But you do also have the New York market, which can be difficult, and you also have ownership, which has proved over time that they're not the easiest to deal with.
Right, and you got a general manager. When you look at McCagnon, he's got to do a better job in the draft, and he's also got to do a better job in free agency. They got a $90 to $100 million. Like, you got to spend it wisely.
You got to spend it wisely, and here's what I'll say about McCagnon. He's done some good things. Unfortunately for me, the negative has much outweighed the positive. He's gotten guys like Robbie Anderson, an undrafted free agent. That was an excellent find. A guy like Henry Anderson off the scrap heap for a second-round pick. But now let's go to the other side. Give me a name in rounds 2 through 5 that I could grab onto and rely on. There's one in Marcus May, but he's injured.
He always gets hurt.
He always gets hurt, so
but
he's a really good player. But give me any other name. You want to talk about second-round picks? We can come up with names like Stephen Hill. I mean, where'd he go?
Christian Hackenberg.
Darius Stewart.
Oh.
I mean, there's just name after name of guys that you could have built around, and you could be the Cleveland Browns this year. You could have done that if you had rounds 2 through 4 be somewhat productive. But they weren't. They were terrible.
Now, let me ask you, don't you think they have to bring in an established guy to this organization? A guy that's won before,
listen,
like McCarthy?
I will say I love the guy from Iowa State, Campbell. He turned down the interview. I think he's spectacular. But now that he's not available, I think you do have to bring in someone established. You can't take a chance on something where you don't know if the guy can lead and win. You need someone that's done it. I think the resume from McCarthy speaks for itself. We'll see how he could be in the New York market. But again, I'm not so sure he's going to take the job if he's offered both Cleveland and New York. He might opt for Cleveland.
Yeah, and the big thing is, you look at Cleveland, they're set up for success, and not only because they have players at every level, but the other thing is, when you've got a young quarterback that you can win with early, you're in an advantageous position as compared to everyone else because that guy's not getting paid.
That's right.
I mean, look at what the Seahawks were able to do with Russell Wilson.
It's a great example, and that's exactly what you're seeing in Cleveland. I'm saying Cleveland's going to be a playoff team next year without question and in the years to come. That's kind of where the Jets need to focus and try to get to because I do believe in Darnold, but you got to build around him. It's nice to see that they locked up a Nunwa. Again, health issue though. Can he stay healthy? And is he going to be their number one? Are they going to keep Anderson? I mean, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered.
Yeah, 4 years, $36 million, $20 million guaranteed for Quincy Enunwa. That's a
lot of money.
For a lot of money for a guy, we love his physical ability, but he's never on the field.
Not on the field enough.
That's a problem. All right, so if you're just joining us, where have you been? We've been doing this throughout the course of the regular season, and Michael's been hot as a firecracker because he's been picking winners left and right. Go to nyautogiant.com, register. It's absolutely free, costs you nothing. What do you get? Well, you'll have an opportunity just like Brad a week ago. Register, it's free. Michael makes a selection against the spread. If he's correct, we draw your name. Tailgate for you and 10 of your friends. Hyundai Elantra, 2-year lease. Shot at that at the end of the football season. So we got wild card weekend, 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, NFC, AFC. Really good matchups when you look at it across the slate, Michael. Where are you leaning for this week's pick?
Yeah, this is a tough week because I like all the games. I happen to like a team in every game. I think that I want some revenge, though. I want to talk about San Diego and Baltimore.
Yeah, so you go Los Angeles and Baltimore, early game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Down in Baltimore, Lamar Jackson 5-1 since he's been the starter down in Baltimore. We saw this a couple Saturdays ago. You and I were texting during the game because we both loved the Chargers in Los Angeles against the Ravens, and unfortunately Baltimore knocked them around. But I think it might be maybe Sunday a little bit different.
Yeah, I think they learned from that loss, and I also think that Rivers, he knows it's his time. They're very prepared. They got a great running game. They have a very solid defense. They're a very sound team, and I think Baltimore's more of a one-trick pony at this point. You know, I believe in their defense. I just don't know if they'll do enough offensively to win. I think Lamar Jackson is having a heck of a year as a young rookie quarterback, which a lot of people didn't think he could get the job done. I just don't think they're going to have enough, and I think the Chargers are going to walk away with it.
And you like all the dogs this weekend.
Every single dog is where I'm on this weekend.
The Eagles, you like the Colts, you like the Seahawks. But the selection for us is the Chargers plus 2.5 early game Sunday on the road in Baltimore against the Ravens. Michael's on the record. Now it's up to you. Go to nyautogiant.com, register. It's absolutely free. Michael's correct. If we draw your name, tailgate for you and 10 of your friends. Shot a 2-year lease Hyundai Elantra at the end of the football season. Get in to get to winning in Wild Card Weekend in the National Football League, if I can spit that out properly. Michael, Happy New Year and good luck to you.
Happy New Year, Marc.
You got it, and good luck to you.